Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the KotLC Fanbase channel. My name is Jaiya and today we're going over some KotLC confessions. I say before I say it again, this is one of my favorite series on this channel. Just seeing what you guys have to say about the series is so fun and we're going to be doing it again today. As always, you can still submit confessions and we'll do another video probably next month. But before we get into this video, I want to talk to you guys about Audible. We have partnered with Audible, the audiobook app, to give you guys a 30-day free trial. If you want to access over 200,000 titles in their library, check our link in the description below. Using the app, you can listen to them anywhere at any time. And remember, it is a completely free trial, 30 days, so check the link in the description if you are interested. And before we get into the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. We just hit 15,000. Let's see if we can get to 20,000 by the end of this year. Without further ado, let's get straight into the first confession. Alright, so the first one says, when I first read the books, I absolutely hated Ro, Wiley, and Tam. I like the characters now. That's strange because I feel like I get not liking Wiley. I can see why you might not like Tam, but I feel like Ro is a character that most people would like on their first impression. It was kind of the opposite for me. I really liked Ro at the start and I really wanted to keep seeing her, but for me she was a little bit annoying in Seward, so I feel like I'm kind of flipped. Next one, I always pronounce Kala like Kaya because I take Spanish at my school and the double L is pronounced like a Y. That is really true. I can tell you're a good student because I take Spanish. I never would have pronounced it like that. So it's good that's ingrained in your mind. So that's a good thing. I pronounce Stina as Stinka. I pronounce Granite like Granty. I also pronounce Roy like Rye. There's lots of other things I mispronounce. I basically say half the places, food, and the characters' names wrong. In my defense, I did start reading the series when I was 9. I guess that's a good defense, but like Stina as Stinka, like there's no K. You just made that up. Maybe you just don't like Stina and you want to call her Stinka. I don't know. Keith is low-key ugly, but he's cute. He's kind of like those bulldogs. That's a strange comparison. I guess you're not comparing that he looks like a bulldog. You're comparing that they're ugly but they're cute sometimes. I kind of get what you're saying, but I still don't understand if you're saying he looks good or bad. So when they mentioned in Saloon that Bronte had curly hair, I suddenly started imagining him with Stina's hairstyle, and now I think of him like that all the time. I think he definitely looks a little bit more friendly compared to his other hairstyles, kind of just like a clean cut. I have read Saloon about 20 times already, and I can't wait for book 10. 20? So that means you read it on an average every week. So every week you just reread Saloon. I don't know if that's healthy or a good thing. You have to have the book memorized by now. I really need to reread it, so I need to take inspiration here. I discovered Keeper Lost Cities when book 8.5 barely came out, so I didn't have to wait for 8.5 books. That is so lucky, but I mean, actually, you still have to wait 2 years to see the end of the series, so you're gonna experience the wait eventually. I started it when Nightfall was the latest book out. So I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot of waiting. Fitz ruined the color teal for me. I know that sounds childish or whatever, but I just hate it. And my friend's favorite color is teal, and it kind of triggers me. So, I mean, I guess it did ruin it for me, but probably not in the same way. It ruined it for me because every time I see the word teal, I just instinctively think of Fitz, and I don't think that's a good thing. I don't even really like the color teal, so I'm glad it was associated with Fitz, and ice blue was associated with Keith, because ice blue is one of my favorite colors, so I'm glad I chose that right, at least. So I think we got a theory here. I know a ton of people think that Gency will become a phaser like his brother, but I think he manifests as a charger, if he manifests at all. He warned Sophie about getting zapped on her first day at Foxfire, which could have been Shannon's hinting or foreshadowing. Most characters with elemental abilities share traits associated with the element. Tam can be surly and dark, Lynn is soft and a free spirit, and Morella's a feisty attitude, so Gency has his energeticness. The Babalos crest also has lightning bolts, which has to mean something. I actually think the last part about the crest is one of the most compelling pieces of evidence, and I agree with this theory. That's a really good theory. I never really thought of it. I did not know his crest is literally just lightning bolts. So great theory. I have never heard that before. I've only heard that he's going to become a phaser. So I broke off a friendship with someone because they said they shipped so formal. We'd been friends for 4 years. That's absolutely crazy that you let KotLC get in your lives that much. I'm sorry. And if your friend is like not joking, if that wasn't like a bad joke, you might want to talk to them about that or something. I don't know. I hit sub and like. Wow, that is a great confession. You guys should actually follow in their footsteps and do that too. Joey was in my first grade class, I think. If you're seeing this, I'm not like, don't like dox me or anything, but maybe like message me on Discord or something, because I'm curious about that. Yeah, that's weird. It took me 4 tries to get into the KotLC series. I was just not having it. Well, I applaud you for trying a book series 4 times. That's a lot. It's not even just like you tried it once, it was bad. You tried it twice, it was bad. No, you went for a 3rd and then a 4th time. So that's cool. We're glad to have you here now. Maybe like a friend was like really wanting you to read or something. I don't know, but yeah, welcome in. Lynn is such a boring character. She has like 2 lines and she is so cringe. I've not heard that perspective before. I don't really think of her as a boring character because she has such like a powerful ability, but I guess you can definitely say that when she speaks, she doesn't really add much to the conversation. She doesn't even really get like angry or like emotional about stuff. So apart from Starloon, she actually was kind of emotional in a bad way. She was annoying in Starloons, but at least she's like building up her character. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I see where you're going with that. Keith is ugly on all the book covers he on? I really have to disagree with that. I mean, just straight up. I mean, we have the Exile cover. The Never Seen cover, it's not the most flattering. Neither is the Nightfall. Legacy, not so much, I guess. But Exile, I mean, come on, it's pretty good. I thought Fitz on the cover of Lodestar was Alden. He literally looks like he's 50. Yeah, I think we all had a hard time figuring out who was on the Lodestar cover. I definitely did when I first read it. But I didn't think it was Alden. I thought it was like Dex or something, because it just did not look like Fitz. But yeah, it's Fitz. So you know how all the books have names such as Lodestar, Nightfall, etc. I thought that book 1 was called Shannon Messenger. I mean, it only has like the text that says Kira Cities, and then it just says Shannon Messenger as like obviously the author name at the bottom. But all the other books also have a title, so it looks like this one has no title, and or it's just like Shannon Messenger. But it's just called Kira Cities. I kind of like that it doesn't have an actual name and it's just called like KotLC. But that's actually a good question. What would it be named if it actually did have a name? Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think book 1 would be called if it wasn't called Kira Cities? That's a good question, I think. So this one, I mean, this one's kind of like rated PG-13, but I want to put it in because I think it's like a good discussion topic. So just, yeah. I really do love the romance and the love triangle, but I wish there was some more sexual tension between Keith and Sophie. So if this was a young adult series, we would definitely see a little bit more of that. I was kind of like really hoping that Shannon would make the shift from like a middle grade to young adult in like the later books, especially seeing that they're getting very long. Sophie's obviously getting a lot older. She went from being 12 and now she's at least, I think she's 16. So realistically, yes, they're both like 16. So, but I don't think Shannon will make that leap. So we probably won't see anything like that. But I do want to see. I'll be honest with you, like that would be cool. Once at after school care, I was reading Never Seen where this little kid came up to the teacher saying that he was new, and then the teacher asked what his name was, and he said his name was Keith. I was totally spooked. That's gotta be that's a crazy coincidence. I've never met anybody. I've met people with the name Sophie. Obviously, that's like a human name. That's the whole point. But I've never met anybody with a KotLC name. That would be cool. Like I think Biana that might be common. Maybe like in like a European. I don't know. Dexter. That's the name. Fitzroy. Maybe that's the name. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't met anybody with a KotLC name. I searched up KotLC trying to find a way to read it, and I found a bunch of answers. I regret it. This is a really common thing. It's happened to me so much. If you're watching like a movie or a TV show, you search up like a character and it autofills. It says like character like death. It's the worst feeling because now you know it's gonna happen. And you're just anticipating it. It's not fun anymore. So yeah, if you haven't read the series or a TV show or anything, it's just like good practice not to search anything up or join the fandom. I've had a lot of people. I've seen them in the comments, seen in our Discord server. They're on like book 2, and like if you even just hang out in our comment section or Discord server for like a couple minutes, you're gonna get spoiled about something. Like probably gonna be so Keith. All right, this is gonna be the last one. I always imagined Morella to be a redhead. Now that I think about it in my head, I kind of do associate her with being a redhead. It kind of just like makes sense with her character, kind of. I mean, her hair is described as like honey blonde, and especially in like the saloon cover, it literally just like looks red. So I don't blame you at all. I kind of like did this in my head too, so. And it doesn't matter. You can imagine them as however you like it. I'm gonna start doing that. She's a redhead as of right now. So that is going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed all the confessions. This was a pretty good video in my opinion. Good confessions all around. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let's get to 20,000. You guys have been so crazy lately. Thank you so much. Leave a comment down below on your favorite confession. Leave another confession down below as well. And don't forget, we have a 30-day free trial partner thing with Audible. So if you want to listen to some audiobooks, I can totally recommend it. It is the link in the description. Totally free, 30 days. Try it out. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.